What's going on, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. What a terrific Tuesday this is. This is Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's Tuesday. It is an amazing day. It is an amazing day. Why? Because we're still celebrating her all this month. It's Women's History Month. So if you don't have a woman that in your life that you can honor, go find somebody and honor them, right? But I know everyone can think of somebody in their life that they can honor. Your mother, your aunt, your sister, your next door neighbor, your grandmother, your boss, your daughter, somebody, right? Somebody has made a significant difference in your life because of just who they are. And so we are celebrating them today, yesterday, tomorrow, all for the rest of this month. And to be quite honest, 365 days of the year. How about that? But this is all about celebrating her. And so I have another amazing, so the past 2 days we've been kind of, introducing you one by one, maybe not all of them, but just give you a little snippet of some of the phenomenal, amazing, dynamic women from her story. Not her story, but it's still her story, but two. So I'm ready. Are you ready, Backstage Beautiful? Are you ready? Okay, I see she's like, yeah. Okay, so I want to bring to you none other than Miss Shant'e. Woo! What's going on, girl? What's going on?
I'm here, right?
You're here. We're twinning today. We're twinning today.
Real hair don't care.
Take my glasses off, right?
Hey.
Oh my gosh. So how has your day been today? Do tell.
I'm a person whose day is never the same, so it's a roller coaster all the time. So it was great. Yes, it was great. And it was amazing. It reminded me about tonight, and I'm here.
So I'm so proud of you then. So there you go. Like, you're here because we got to spotlight you. We got to celebrate you. We got to showcase you. We got to do all those things, right? So to anyone that's watching tonight, look, listen, give us a shout out. Tell us where you're at. Put it in the chat and let's shout you out. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. We're reaching the world right now, right? So we don't know if you're going to watch it on a replay. Even if you're watching this on a replay, just put #replay. Hello to all my people. Hello to all Shant'e's people. Hey, let's just get into this. Are you ready? All right. Let's go. So let me start with, this is, like I said, very informal. So let's see who we got some shout outs for. Let's start with that. Oh, wait a minute, what happened? So we got Miss Rhonda Stansberry all the way from Florida. What's going on, love?
Florida, turn up.
Florida in the house. And we got Allegra, your sister Allegra. Good evening. Look, all the way from North Kakalaka.
Hey.
All the way down yonder. Down there. So we are she's like, hey, look, this one right. She's like, hey. She is such an amazing, beautiful soul. So listen. So we are, here with, it's Women's History Month. We got some other queens that just came on and gave us a shout out. Let us know where they're at. We have her story. So, we have this whole her story thing. And then we have a him story thing. And now we have a her story too. So let's talk. I know, right? Too. Together overcoming obstacles. So let's just talk about what you know and what you heard and what you experienced, because you were at the conference. What you experienced about her story when you heard about, because him story wasn't even a thing yet, but her story.
Her story. I mean, it's what it is. It's powerful women telling their stories, like all walks of life, just coming out and giving it to you, how they operate, how they came through, how they had a breakthrough. I mean, just amazing. The conference was amazing. say the name of the conference. I don't want to mess the name up, but the
Oh,
conference.
yeah, the Celebrating You Women's Conference. Yep.
Yes, Celebrating You Women's Conference. I was on stage as a filmmaker my first time. I got honored as a filmmaker. I mean, Carolyn's where it's at. I mean, it was amazing, 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 amazing.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you. Well, speaking of which, that's where you talked about, her story and just, about women's stories, just overcoming things. You're no stranger to that because your film actually has women, right? That
Yeah,
were overcoming some obstacles, right?
major obstacles, amazing.
Major obstacles. They were amazing. Let's talk. Let's give them some shout outs. Let's talk about some little. Give people a little snippet about your film.
Okay, mask off, holding on to you. You know, as women, we give everything to everybody else, and at the end of the day, many of us have nothing for ourselves. We become bitter because of that. We become stagnant. We just don't know how to move forward. But mask off is 13 women speaking on their lives and how they held on to themselves. We have the modern day wife. We have a mother who has a child with autism. We have women that survived domestic violence, women that survived death of family members and had to push through. It's just amazing listening to them tell their stories. And, you know, when you look at people, you never know what they're going through, but these show how these women overcame some amazing obstacles where sometimes they look like they couldn't see through the end of the tunnel. So mask off is just, I salute the women always on their powerful stories.
Yes, yes, yes. Mask off. And that's so interesting because a lot of times we put our mask on, not, and we were forced to put mask on, right? But I always said that we were already wearing them.
Yeah.
Already wearing them.
And people give them to us, though. People give them to us as well. They might look and like, oh, you're so beautiful, or you're so smart, you're so talented, and just make you this great person. And it's like, we're all people. Everybody has problems, some bigger than others, or some may be able to deal with somebody else's problems. But when you have your own, you're like, what in the world? How am I going to get through? So
right. Man, like you said, I agree with you on that. Nobody is storyless. So we got some amen. Congrats. Hey, ladies. Hey, I don't know who you are. Just as Facebook user. So what's going on? Somebody from your tribe. So listen, hey, this is what it's all about. It's her story, right? And her story too is because we are all overcoming these obstacles together. And I believe that as long as we get to continue to share our stories, then it gives another woman, another person, another man, another child, the courage and to let them know that it's okay to share theirs as well. Not saying that their story is okay, but they are okay. The story is just a story. It really does not define you. It does not make you who you are. And, it literally, but what, like you said, other people give us the mask. And I like your title of in this book, Her Story Too. But wait, pause before we get into Her Story Too. Because I know we got to get into Her Story too, but we talked about her story. We can't neglect the kings. We can't neglect our kings and him story. So when you finally heard, first and foremost, you were there for the Men Don't Talk panel. Let's talk about, because that's pretty much where him story is coming. Well, here's her story. We're gonna just give the ladies a shout out for her story. And I know, whoop, and then him story. Bam! Right here.
Isn't it amazing, ladies, how men got together and created? They told their stories. That's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
We can get in the ladies' corner and talk about what men don't do, and then we definitely can praise our men. But this right here, for men to get together and pour their hearts out, is absolutely amazing. And I salute them.
Yeah, our kings. Yes, definitely salute them, because it's they do talk and they do have a story to tell. We just have to give them the space to do it. We have to give them the space to do it. But guess what? We can't give them the space to do it if we're not healed ourselves.
Absolutely.
Ouch. Ouch. I'm stepping on somebody's toes right there, right?
I I ain't listening nothing you got to say, boy. Like, please do. Take a moment, baby.
It's like, take a moment, take a moment, take a moment. So now we get to share with them about, so we had to talk about our predecessors, right? Who set the stage for you ladies, becoming, their best-selling authors, her story, best-selling authors, him story, best-selling authors. And then here comes her story too.
And what about it? We top on Amazon.
She like, don't get it twisted. What about it?
Already.
What about it? Wait a minute. So you just gonna make me just blast it and just put it out there like, bam. This is what happened, y'all. We did Amazon #1 bestseller. Yes. Right there, her story too. Her story too, followed by our kings and our queens. So listen, this thing right here, it's a thing. It's a thing. Last year it's happening.
It's happening.
It's still happening, right? Because it's a thing.
Yeah.
So your chapter, which it's so, when we're talking about doing these telling our stories and really and healing from within and really, embracing the things that we have overcome and not allowing it to define ourselves, that takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of strength, and it has a lot to do with your title. It says, getting out of my own way. Let's unpack that, and let's tell everybody, like, where did that come from? What was the strength behind it? What was the theme behind it? What's the purpose behind it?
I'm a simple gal. I do drop gems. I'm not a speaker, but I drop them gems when I say what I gotta say and move away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
say what I gotta say and move away. I like that.
Absolutely. Like they're like, you want to speak? I could drop a few gems, but I don't gotta be up there too long. But however, getting out of my own way. When I met you, we instantly clicked, which was amazing because I'm friendly, but I'm not. I don't just mesh and connect with people really quickly. I got that little eye like, let's see, But we instantly clicked, and I just felt like it was God. It was a perfect timing because I even got my years away. Not even it wasn't last year. It might have been last year. No, last year before. Before that, my best friend, one of my best friends passed away. That's what I'm saying. They're like, she don't know her best friend yet, but it's just everything's meshing together. And with that, it was a great loss. It was a great loss. I've experienced death of close people before. My sister actually passed away years ago, so it was just something that really took a toll on me. And while I was going through it, I really didn't know I was going through it that bad. So it took a toll in every aspect of my life, even when, again, I thought I was moving, but nothing was getting accomplished. So, I took the time to grieve. When I grieved her, I had to grieve everything that she helped me go through, which I've been divorced for 5 years, but it would never really felt like it because I was talking to her and, other friends and just moving along. But I didn't know I still, once she left, everything I had to relive again. So basically with things that I never fully dealt with, it was building up. And so I started to slow down in life and just things that I'm used to doing and just not moving forward. So I had to realize, like, you got to get help. You got to get out of your own way. So I went to therapy. I recognized things that I needed to move forward and I recognized things that I needed to cut off. So in short is basically taking time to process what you're doing. I became more intentional with things that I was doing because I basically, I was involved and still am involved, but I was involved in a lot of things that weren't that beneficial. I was just a busybody. So I needed to become more intentional. I definitely became more intentional with dealing with God, prayer, fasting, and things like that. More intentional with my family, getting my house in order, and things like that. So I just needed to get out of my own way so I can become better. Because I was in chaos thinking I was doing something, but that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Wow. That's key, because I think a lot of us, we get in our own way for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, trying to think what that brought, what I thought about when you as you were talking. So first and foremost, sorry to hear about the loss. And this is a lot of loss. We A lot of us have went through some loss, and me
Mm-hmm.
included, right? None of us have. We all have experienced some form of loss, um, whether it was a person, whether it was independence, whether it was financial, whether it was emotional, spiritual. We all experienced in the past few years major loss in all of our lives, right? And that's on top of the stuff that we were already carrying and dealing with, right?
Yep.
And so that literally, can stifle you, and it can allow you to get in your way of what God, I'm say God for me, right? And I know we had talked about it. So, what God has in store for you, because we hear the whole, we already know about, well, maybe everyone doesn't know about it. Jeremiah 29:11. I can't assume everyone knows, and
Mm-hmm.
it says that, he has a plan for you to prosper, not to harm you. So, regardless of what goes on in your life, there's really a plan for you. Even in the midst of the mess, there's still a plan. You just have to hold on, because when things are in chaos, that's when you're uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's when things happen. That's when things move. Like when you actually can get out of your way, you're not blocking yourself. Like it's one thing when other things are blocking, you can move them out the way. But when it's yourself, we don't move ourselves. We stay there. And then we wonder why we're stuck.
Yeah. They're like, what is going on?
Like I'm feeling just got quicksand. I'm wait a minute, cement turn. I'm can't move.
And it's so funny because, like, if you're like in the store or just anything, you like, I will always say, like, people never know when they're in the way. And it's like, yeah, that's the same thing. Like, I don't know that I'm in my own way. Like, pause, get this together. You're just snowballing out of control.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but when you get beyond that and past that, talk about that. What's that feeling? Once you finally can get out of your way and move forward, we just saw this is springtime as we can spring forward.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to one of our kings. That's his title, Spring Forward. What does that look and feel like?
It's amazing. Like, you can breathe, you can stop the nonsense. You made all those excuses, and you can see, like, this is not happening. This is how I'm going to do. I'm going to put a plan to get to the next level. You're not just busybody and buzzing around and just catching up with things. You're in front of things. Like, it was certain, even like down to like credit. You're like, I'm going to work on my credit myself. Like, girl, you lying. Get somebody to help you to build your credit. Like, you've been doing this for the past 2 years on your own. Nothing's happening. Get somebody to help you build your credit, clear your credit so that you can move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that.
Yeah, little stuff. It's the little
Yeah.
stuff. It's the
Yeah.
little stuff. It's the little stuff. It's the little stuff that's the major stuff in our lives. Like really, like I'm also a filmmaker, so we talked about that's why we're working together on the
Mhm.
film aspect, and some of the coaching is things that we're doing with and I would never have thought, just probably like you too, I would have been a filmmaker, right? Like really a filmmaker, and not just any filmmaker, like an award-winning filmmaker. Like this thing won awards. This thing got recognized at the Philadelphia Film Office, like that type of recognition. I'm like, whoa, really me? Yeah, but guess what? If I would have still stayed stuck and stayed blocking myself, yeah, we hear to say, you're blocking your own blessings. Like there's
Mhm.
blessings that are ready and waiting for you. You just have to move towards it and get out of your way. And
Yes. Like I
once you get
said,
out of your way, you can bulldoze everybody else out the way.
Yep. It's meeting you, stepping in and connecting with you. I mean, I had the film forever. And that's that's the thing. I like do all these things and it's just like la la la. And it's just like, let's go. It's amazing. And I'm not saying it because it's mine, because I give all the credit to the women,
Right.
that filmed it. Like I don't even have to, it's not about me, but I know it can touch lives. It
Right.
can change lives. And I have this gem and I'm just holding it, and not because I didn't want anybody, it's because I didn't know what to do, because I'm just in the way. Like, open your mouth, learn, learn more, do more. But I was so strapped with so many other things, I couldn't create a space for that.
Right. 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 And that's how God works in our lives, right? God gives us things,
Amazing.
and because he gave it to us for, like, he gave that vision to you, for you to say, you know what, I think I want to put these women together, and I want to record them, I want to film them, and I want to put this film together. Okay. And then you're like, then the reality sits in. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
can I just do a film? Okay, so what am I doing? I don't know. So who's gonna watch it? Ain't nobody gonna watch it. Like, who am I? Like, we self criticize
Savage. Yeah.
ourselves, right? To the point where we don't move forward. And I understand and remember that feeling with my book Magnified Thoughts. I don't think I have it over here, do I? No, I don't. Magnified Thoughts. And that was my first book. That thing sat on my computer for 3 years. 3 years. The
Mhm.
book sat on my computer. Now that's, I've talked to people that says 10 years and 20 years, and
Mhm.
but it's how about this? It's one day too long.
Absolutely.
It's one day too
Absolutely.
long. It's one day too, it's 1 hour too long, it's 1 second too long.
That's it.
Because you already did it. But what stops you is you. No one else stopped you, because, be quite honest, no one else knew that you were doing it.
Yeah, they can.
No one else knew you did it but you.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that's when you got to have that conversation with something like self. Okay, let's go. Like, why do we do this? Or Shant'e, why? Tell people, why do they do this to themselves?
I
Why?
don't know why. And we can say it's fear, but I'm like, I'm not really scared. I think it's like I'm not scared, but I think it's more like I don't know what to do next. So here it is. Like, I'm just waiting for somebody to jump in my lap to tell me what to do. And it's like, go figure it out. Like, I know what I know, and then I just sit there. Like, no, just go figure it out. Make the next move.
Right.
Nobody's gonna save me. Like, just go do it.
Nobody's going to save you, right? That's when you say, okay, so it's done. And it's like, okay, so here. Like, okay, I did the work. Yeah, but it's continuous work, right? It's just this once and done. It's not this, okay, I took the test and I passed it. Okay. Guess what? That leads to another lesson to learn. And then another lesson to learn. And then eventually, remember back in school, then we had, our quarterly exams, we
Mhm.
learned, we had to go over everything we learned. Then, oh, forget about the finals at the
I
end of
know.
the year. Now I got to remember everything. I got to remember all those formulas. I got to remember exactly how to do all those things, because everything builds upon one another. It's not over just because we perfected it, or we just said, okay, I'm done.
Hmm.
No, that part is, but it's leading to something else. That's the stepping stone. That's your foundation. That's part of what you're building. And so it continues. It continues. But if we're not told that, if we don't believe that, then that's why a lot of things don't necessarily get achieved, and they just sit. Miles Monroe has said, rest his soul, he said, listen, the most richest place on this earth is the cemetery.
Yes, it
Some
is.
of you may have heard it from Les Brown, but it's literally, and now you're going to hear from Carolyn Wilson, you're going to hear from Shant'e. Well,
Mhm.
the richest place on this earth is the cemetery. Why? Because all the hopes and dreams and inventions and billions and millions of dollars and ideas and inventors and all kinds of things died with them, died with them, to the point of, you only get this one chance.
Right.
You only get this one opportunity. So when God gives you something, you go full throttle. Go full throttle. And if you
That's
fall, just like when we were a kid, you fall, you cry, you get up, you wipe it off, you limp a little bit, and then you go play again.
Yeah.
You cover it
Yeah.
up and then you go play again, right? It's
Yep.
amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's see. We got some people popped in. What's going on, Queen? We got Andrea, the blasting game in the
Hey.
house. Yes,
Hey.
she says, I'm learning. I'm learning. Yes, always learning, love. Always learning. Always, always, always teaching and learning. Oh, what's going on, King? That's David Lane. We just talked about the Kings and him story. That's one of your brothers. That's one of your brother Kings right there.
Hey. How you
Giving some
doing?
shout outs, giving some love all the way from California. A New York man by way of Cali. That because he got claim his East Coast. He said, "Nah, I'm from New York. I'm New York all day, every day. I just happen to be in California." So okay, all right. So
East
either way,
Coast
you know how to
always
party,
represent.
right? Huh?
Yeah. East Coast always got to represent wherever we at.
Everywhere, 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 everywhere. So we got this her story. We broke the charts, right? We came right behind the Kings, and now we know your story. About getting out of your own way. This is like how when you heard about the announcement, like when you becoming a best-selling author. What did that walk us through, how you felt, because it was so funny, like your face was like, we thought, I was like, bzzz.
Yeah. Like and that's all I can say. Like and it was so funny because I was just at a conference this weekend and somebody was like, just do this because your face tells your whole story. And I was like, for real, so it's just so funny. I mean, I was stuck. I mean, literally no words, and that's rare for me. So, I'm just like, because it was a moment that I needed, surprise, excitement, shock. It was a good memory, a great memory. It was
Awesome.
unbelievable,
And as a woman who has helped other women tell their story and share their stories, what made you want to now tell and share yours? What made you want to be part of her story too?
Because I know what it's like to tell your story. I know your story is not just for you. Again, like I said, people put masks on us, people put assumptions on us, we put masks on ourselves. So until they hear from you, that's when they'll learn, that's when they'll learn, until they hear from you. Because you can assume all day. And that's not what we want them to do. We want them to know the truth from you.
Wow. Now, if you had to give someone a message that someone's listening right now, and they're like, you know what, I'm her. I think I get in my own way. There's things that I really want to do, but I just don't really understand or know how. What is it you want to? What words of advice or wisdom you want to give them?
Do it scared. Do it scared. Jump. What did it say? Jump with the parachute or whatever. Just jump out. Do it scared. If for me, I'm not really scared, but I just had so much going on and just couldn't find my way out. I was just lost, and turns out I was in a tunnel, but I was just, lost. It's just like, take time to breathe, gather yourself, and just be like, what the heck am I doing? Like, I can no longer go this route. No longer go this route. Be honest with yourself. Stop everything, Stop everything. Yes, Andrea, do it scared. Do it scared. And that's why I said, like, I don't know if it's fear. It was just me not knowing the next step, and I just get like frozen or move on to the next thing. But you have to finish things. You have to do what God blessed you with. Because again, it's not about me. I know that I am helping other people. And that's what it is, Like, because I'm going to make it regardless. Scared, slow, in my own way, finding my way out. I'm going to make it. But I know I can help other people make it as well,
And that you will, and that you will. And that's what her story is all about. That's what this whole movement is all about. That's what this whole, vibology, as Allegra was call it, right, is about. Because, as I tell my story, then she can tell her story. And if she can tell her story, then 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 the other person could tell their story. So it's all interconnected. Once we are able to get out of our own way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Release the fear or the whatever it is that's keeping us stuck, right?
Get unstuck.
Get unstuck
Mm-hmm.
and do it afraid, right? Do it scared, and just let God just work in you. Let God continue to do the works that's already been placed in you. So that way when that day comes, after we done experience all this loss, that when that day comes for us, we've done everything that God has required us to do, has assigned us to do. We were sent here on an assignment, and we have to learn in the process. And it's when we get out of our way, right? Get out of your own way. As Shant'e's story, as her chapter, which I just love, out of the 25 women, that we have 25 women. Oh,
Yeah.
another 25 women, that part, from around the world again. That's just really showing us that, hey, listen, we are healed, we are empowered, we are resilient, we are honorable, we are intelligent, we are matured, and guess what? And together we are overcoming all these obstacles. So listen, listen, listen. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. If you're excited, we're excited. Like, this thing is a thing, and I just wanted to take this time during the month of March where it's our month, right? They gave us a month. We got a whole day, we got a whole month, we got something to really celebrate women and the power of women and what we do, and just be. That's one of my lines too. I like to just be. You know,
Yeah.
Nike says just do it. Sometimes we just have to just be.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to
Be that
just
girl. Be that girl.
be. We have to just be. And when you're able to do that, now you can allow God to come into you and talk to you and minister to you and move you in a direction and guide you in a direction that He wants you to go, because of this plan, because of this plan for you to be this filmmaker, for you to get these women together, for you to then share it with the world, for you, whatever I'm talking to now somebody out there, for you to
Mm-hmm.
invent something that's going to make a difference, for you to teach, the kids in schools, for you to make a difference on your job, for you to, spread wisdom amongst your family. It's you the one. If you hear me, then it's you. If you're his was a my boy Snoop. He ain't my boy, but I'm saying, Snoop. He said, listen, if you breathing, you achieving. Listen, if you
Yeah.
breathing, let's get it together, right? We can complain about a lot of things.
Ooh, child.
But one thing that I can't complain about is that I woke up. I
Amen.
woke up like this. I woke up like this, and that's blessed. I woke up like this, and that's with a plan. I woke up like this, and that's God's child to do something that's going to change the world because of my voice. So listen, Shant'e, you are right there. We all right there. We in this thing together. Listen, I don't know if you guys out there, we give us our flowers and shout out and all that great stuff. But this is your day. This is your time. I just salute you. I thank you for entrusting this process and really just, having the opportunity to share your story, and just saluting you for allowing the other women that were in your film to share theirs. So this just fits right into what everything, I believe this is our time. This is our time for our stories. This is our time for greatness. This is our time to be free. This is our time to honor our kings. This is our time for our kings to honor their queens. When we all can be honest and upfront with our stories, when we can all heal from our stories, when we can do this together collectively, and the energy that we put in this, man, nothing can stop us. Really, literally nothing. Nothing. Not even you.
That's right.
Not even you. Not even you. So, my dear, tell everybody where and how they can find you.
Okay, I'm on Facebook and Reclaim Your Purpose exclamation mark. That's the group. I'm Shant'e Williams on Facebook, and I'm at Reclaim You University on Instagram.
We claim you and university on Instagram. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so I want to tell everybody that they can go to, we are going to be celebrating this launch party on April 11th and April 12th. Go to her story to launchparty.eventbrite.com. That's where you're going to get to meet all 25 of these phenomenal women. See, we're just, you're getting little drips and drops of some of them, not all of them, but just some of them, right? For the month of March. And then we're going to set this thing off come April 11th. We are going to finally release this thing to the world. So if you're ready to get your pre-order it, you can actually go. Once you go there, you can register. You can also get the ebook right now. You can also go to, it's right here on the bottom. I think I got rid of it. What did I do? What did I do? You can also go right here.
It's
You
here.
can go. Did I click it? Yeah, I clicked it. So you can go to
Oh,
Bitly pre-order her story too, and that'll take you right to where it's at. You can get your pre-order for your ebook. That's what's going to be released. And if you need the physical book, you want to reach out to Shant'e. She already gave you her information, so you can get the book from her when the physical book is available to the world. But in the meantime, pre-order your ebook. Make sure you register, you attend, and join us for this virtual launch party because we're going to have a blast. All 25 women from around the world. Yes. Check out some of the others in the series. This is the Days of Her. So, Shant'e, thank you. Let me see. You got somebody else that gave a shout out to us. Up, up, up. Gotta love Andrea. She's like, yay! Gotta love her energy. That is my girl. That's my queen too. That's our queen. That's our queen. That's our queen. So I'm gonna close this out. So I want you to go. I'm gonna put you backstage for right now, and I will be right back. Okay.
great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. All right. So you guys, listen. This is a thing. If right, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a ting in my Caribbean voice. I think it's a ting. I think we're going to be visiting the Caribbean in a couple of days. So I'm not going to tell you what island, but one of our authors is from one of the islands. So we're going to be going a trip around the world. So listen, 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 listen. If your name is Linda, listen, Linda. If it's not, you're Linda right now. Make sure you get her story too. Make sure you get her story. Make sure you get him story. Make sure you just support these kings and queens who were able to share their stories. And they did it so that way it gives you can then share yours. So I don't have anything else. I think I'm ready to go eat. I don't know about you, but it's time for me to go. I'll see you guys. I got a plane to catch early in the morning. See you catch me down in Atlanta. I'll see you guys for him and her for the Men Don't Talk versus Women Don't Listen panel. Yeah, y'all heard what I said exactly. I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye.